Welcome back to Al's Kitchen. I've had a lovely little break. I was in the Canary Islands for an entire month, just looking at the sun and the blue sky, trying to think what other content I can bring you, and I am bringing the content. I've been writing recipes and I'm bringing back the 30-minute series, curries that can be made for a family of 4. Today I'm going to dive right in and I'm going to make a chicken methi. That's right, you've been asking for it and I'm going to deliver it. All upscaled perfectly in one pot. So what's a chicken methi? You often get this on the menu in BIR restaurants, and basically it's a lovely savoury curry. It's got lots of methi in it, that earthy dry leaf, you know, kasuri methi, and it's a lovely flavoursome curry. I'm going to be using chicken thighs today, boneless and skinless. You can use bone-in if you want for that extra flavour, or you can use chicken breast, which I know you all love. The only thing is, if you use the chicken breast, you need to add it on the 3rd stage because it cooks a lot quicker and you don't want it drying out. Right, I'm going to pop open a nice Beer 52 stout. This is 8%, so don't be surprised if I'm crawling on my knees by the time you get to the end of the video. That's good. Anyway, another bit of news. I've turned 50. That's right, look, moi, 50. I know you'd never believe it, but it's true. And to celebrate, I'm knocking £5 off my aprons. I've got a few left. I'll leave the link in the description box below. So grab yourself a 50th anniversary apron from Al's Kitchen at a reduced price. They told you I was cheap. You don't get much cheaper than that. Let me take you through the ingredients. Now, as this is a 30-minute curry, you will be boiling and blending 500 grams of onions. I'll show you how to do that right now. Once they've boiled for 10 to 15 minutes, just drain them and blend them in a food processor or a hand blender, but save that lovely onion water. There's a lot of flavour in there. Let's cut to the spices. We've got some mild chilli powder, some cumin seeds, a star anise, some curry powder or mixed powder, mild. We've got some coriander powder, some salt, some tomato puree with some water so it pours nicely, and some sugar to counterbalance the tartness from the tomato puree. We've got 2 fresh bird's eye finger chilies, a little bit of cinnamon, about the size of your little finger, and we have got 8 tablespoons of this lovely dried methi, kasuri methi. This is going to form the heart and soul of this curry. Got 2 tablespoons of ginger and garlic paste. I'm using the frozen little blocks. Do not use the stuff from the jars. It's got preservative in it and it's going to make your methi chicken taste like vinegar. We've got some nice fresh coriander, and last but not least, some natural style Greek yogurt. Right, in the 30-minute series, because we're not using intensely high heat, it's a nice simmer. I'm going to be using some olive oil, which is better for your health. Right, here's my kilo of chicken thighs. And off we go. Got a question for you. If you was on death row and you could only choose one curry before you died, let me know in the comments what curry that would be. It tells me a lot about what your tastes are. So let's get the oil nice and warm. And we're going to throw in the star anise and the cumin seeds. This is the first stage, the first 10 minutes. And we just want to flavour the oil. Stick the cinnamon in there as well. As soon as you start to hear the cumin seeds make a little sound, not that, that was a fly being zapped in my fly destroyer. Right, once we've got those, it's just about sizzling, we're going to add this onion paste and we're going to cook that for 10 minutes. And that's the first 10 minutes of the process. Right, into the onion paste, we're going to add the garlic and the ginger and let that all cook out together. Right, so we'll cook that and I'll see you in 10. God, this is strong stuff, you know, 8%. Anyway, back to my onions. It's 10 minutes and look, I've been very gently taking out the sour flavour, and now we're going to enter into stage 2. So this is the second 10 minutes. Now what I want you to do is I want you to turn the flame down or off, turn it off, because we don't want the spices to burn. We're going to make a spice paste, a curry paste. And we're going to do that by adding in all the spices. So in goes the curry powder, chili, coriander powder. We are going to get ready with our tomato puree. Now just to loosen things down a little bit, just add a little splash of your onion water and we're going to make a nice curry paste. There we go. Right, now once you mix that in, we want to add the tomato paste. Get all that in there. Now that's your masala base. Turn all that in. It's nice if you've got a nice big pot with a lot of room to move things about. I can highly recommend these pots. They're SQ Professional. I'm not sponsored. I just like good products. And this is the best stock pot I've ever used in my life. Right, so that's ready. So what we're going to go in with now, we're going to sling the chilies in, leave them whole. If you cut them, they're going to get hotter. We're going to add the sugar. And I'm going to add all the kasuri methi. Mix all that into the masala base. That's right. And now we're going to add the chicken. Plonk those in. Right, coat those in the masala base. And we're going to add the onion water now. And then mix all that up. Now notice the colour. When you've had chicken methi in a restaurant, it's never really red. You've got this lovely brown colour. And there's one other ingredient you can add to this, which I haven't, which I will write down in the ingredients. And that's just 1 lamb stock cube. You'll be surprised how the lamb stock cube really enriches the curry. Right, so let's get that back on. We want to put that on a medium heat with the lid on for 10 minutes. You guessed it, so another 10 minutes. So I'll see you in 10. Keep your eye on it, give it a stir, don't let it burn or anything. And that will bring us to the final part, the perfecto zone, where we're going to make sure the curry is just perfect. So I'll see you in 10. Over and out. Where's my drink? Well, it's bubbling away nicely. Come and have a look at that. That is looking nice and pucker, but it's not finished yet. We're in the last stage, the perfecto zone. So let's start perfecting it. Well, what do I mean by perfecting it? Turn it down nice and low. Always stay in control of the temperature. Never let the temperature dictate to you. Your car has always got to be in control. Right, so now I'm going to add some salt. Got a teaspoon of salt here, but I'm not going to add all of it. I'm just going to add maybe 3/4 of it. And now we're going to add a nice big handful of coriander, including the stalks. Tiny bit for garnish left in the bowl. And that pretty much nearly completes the curry. I'm going to add, if you have some butter ghee to finish it off. This is optional, but it's nice if you've got it. It just gives you a nice little Indian restaurant touch. So I'm just going to put just a teaspoon, that's the drink. I'm just going to put a tablespoon in there. Again, the drink. This is when you start making mistakes. And the only thing we've left to do now is add the natural yogurt just to give it a nice body. So we're just going to cook that out for the final 10 minutes. And this is what we call the perfecto zone. It's where we get our curry just right so it's ready to serve. Now that is looking really good to me. It's got a nice lot of gravy going on in there. Look at that. The chicken breast is nearly, the chicken thighs are nearly cooked. But I'm going to leave the lid off now to reduce that down and finish off with the yogurt. So I'll see you in 10 minutes. Come and look at this. This is beautiful. Look at this. Nice methi chicken. Look at that lovely gravy. Look at the way all the methi and the coriander's wilting in that sauce. Beautiful. The day after, the curries get even better because the spices keep marrying into the sauce, leaching out all their flavours, maturing like fine wine. So don't feel that you need to plate up and eat right away. You can let the curry just keep improving by itself. Now, 1 minute left and that's done. But what I want you to do is just turn it off and let it cool down. And once it's cooled down for 5 minutes, then you can finish it off by adding some yogurt. And that is going to improve the texture and the body of the curry. It's not absolutely essential though. If you're happy with it the way it is, feel free to plate it up. So I'm just going to wait 5 minutes and then I'm going to add my yogurt and then we're going to plate this beast up. See you in a minute. I've let that cool for about 5 minutes. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And the reason we let it cool down is because we want to reduce the chances of it splitting. But I say it's time to plate up. Let's go. Now it's time for the taste test. Anyway, we're back to do the chicken methi. And this is the taste test. Right, come and have a look at this, guys. Lovely, nice chicken thighs. Look how nice and tender they are. Look the way they just broke apart. These have got all the flavour in. Drop your breast, get used to chicken thighs. I'm going to take a little bit of the thigh and the sauce. That's beautiful. Only one word for it. That is absolutely beautiful. Just tastes nice and fresh and gorgeous. It's just wonderful. I mean, I know you love the 30-minute series. Go give this a try, guys. Don't forget to tell me in the comments what your last ever curry would be if you was on death row, and if you could pick 2 curries to live on for the rest of your life. Also tell me what they'd be. My job done. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out and lets everybody know that I exist. Thanks to you. I'll see you in the next one. I'm out and I'm out of here. Oh, and don't forget to get your apron. When they're gone, they're gone. They're like Cadbury's cream eggs. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya.